Hey guys, do you want to know how to make a finisher system in UEFN like this? Well, today I can show you. Also, if you don't want to manually put everything into your project, you can search up Bloom Tools on the Microsoft Store, press install, and then when you're in the app, you're able to scroll down, and there's finisher animation, and you can put in the whole system right into your project instantly. So now let's begin with the video. Alright guys, so we are back with another video, and today we'll be showing you how to create a finisher system that's a little bit more advanced than Map Academy's. I did use their code as like a main structure for my code. Alright, so we're gonna first start off by doing is right clicking on our content folder, and we're just gonna go to blueprint class, and we're gonna select building prop, and we're gonna call this anchor. Just like that, just anchor, and that's it. Okay, and then once you've done that, go to our Discord. The link will be in the comment section to join it. And right here, this is where we want to go. UEFN downloadables, finisher tutorial devices, and this first one right here. So just download it, and once you got downloaded, just open it up, okay? And in here, just select Control A, and then just copy. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. So then you could just go back to UEFN and paste it in, and boom. All right, we got it all in. All right, so we don't see the anchor prop here yet, but that's perfectly fine because we could just drag out our anchor prop, right? And what we're gonna want to do is just select both of our player references, okay, and pop them right in to the anchor parented. Okay, and then it's gonna do this and all that. It's what we're just gonna want to do is put, so we can see how it's facing this place, okay, the X, okay, and that's totally good and that's fine, right? However, we want it so it's like in the body, like right about there. So what we're gonna do, okay, is we're just gonna try getting this to the correct position, okay? So we can select both of these, and we're gonna try to get it right inside of this guy. So we're gonna try to push it down here, and we see it goes over there. So we're gonna try to get it perfectly in the guy's like abdomen. So like right there, is that good? See, that's on his like feet, and we don't want that. We want it a little higher, like up here. Okay, all right, yeah. So what we're gonna do is move these guys down to like here or something, and then we could just drag the anchor prop back up, and as we see, that's not entirely bad. It's kind of not centered. So again, we're gonna move the player references this way. Okay, so now the anchor prop should be right there. That's perfect. All right, and yeah, so now what we could do, okay, another thing is we see that this guy's a little higher for some reason. I don't know why that is, so we're just gonna put him down a little bit because he shouldn't be there. So now the anchor prop is facing the correct direction, everything. That's basically what we want, kind of like that. Okay, and yeah, there we go. That's basically what we wanted to do. So that part is done. All right, guys. So now what we're gonna do is go to the Mixamo website and I guess log in. All right, guys. So once we're here, we're just gonna want just 2 animations for the knocked out and, you know, punching. So we could search up punch, and we could get like some cool animation here. Let's do like a quad punch, bing, bing, bing. And then what we're gonna want to do is press download with the skin and basically just download it. So both for the knocked out and punch animations. All right, so what we're gonna want to do is just make a new folder. Let's just name this folder Mixamo rig. Okay, let's just do that, and then we're gonna import our asset. So when you're gonna import it, we don't need to change anything, so you could just press import all. All right, so once you've imported everything, we're just gonna make a folder, and I'm gonna call it retargeting IK. Okay, all right, so what you're gonna do is just go to animation retargeting IK rig, and we could just call this Mixamo IK rig. So we could just go in here, and what we're gonna do is just put the skeletal mesh of one of these. So we're gonna just choose for this video, we're just gonna choose the punch as the main skeletal mesh we're gonna use. So let's choose that. And then we're gonna set the hips as a retarget root. So we're gonna have to kind of basically add the bones in and like just connect them together. So we're gonna just select the spine, and then we could just do new retarget chain and just add a chain, and boom, we have the spine. So after that, we can do the neck. So we're gonna here neck, new retarget chain, and then we could do the head. Same for this one. So we just do this, right click, new retarget chain, add chain. All right, and then we have to do the arms. So we're gonna go from the shoulder to the right hand. Okay, so we select all these in between, and yeah, so we're gonna retarget chain, add chain. And then same for the left hand, add a new chain, add a chain, okay? And then we're gonna go down here, we're gonna do same thing with the leg. So we're gonna select everything here, new retarget chain, add chain, same with the left, new chain, add chain. And boom, we have all of our components of each like bone. So we have the arm, we have the left arm, and all that. So yeah, so we're done with this. We could just get out of it, and then we need to make another one. Retarget IK rig, and this is for the Fortnite character IK rig. Okay, and we're just gonna go in here, and here we're gonna select M medium. So there we go, and now we got it, and we're not gonna kind of be able to see it here, so it's a little annoying, but yeah. But what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna go to the pelvis. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the pelvis, and we're gonna do set retarget root. Okay, and then kind of the same process begins. So we're gonna start with the spine. So we're gonna select from spine 1 here to spine 05, and we're gonna new retarget root, add a chain, and boom, we got the spine. Okay, so we're kind of doing it in a similar way. So what would make it easier if we kind of had both of them open at the same time, so like this, so we could see. Next one is the neck. Okay, so we want the neck, so we gotta find that. Where is the neck at? Where's like the head? So this is a thigh. We got neck 1, neck 2, so we're gonna select both of those, and we're gonna do new retarget chain, and then boom, neck. So the next one is the head, and I think this is all we have to do for the head, I believe, because it's just literally just called head, so we might just need to select this. But there's also this one, so I guess we'll select that one as well. So got the head in there, and then we need the right arm, so I believe that's this one. Yeah, this stuff over here. So we're gonna select this to here, and then new retarget chain, and then we got, that's the right arm, and then there's the left arm. So we go up, and we're gonna do here clavicle left, and then to the hand, and then we could just do new retarget chain, and then add that one as well. And then we need the right and left leg, so we're gonna go to down here, and I believe, okay, whoa, we are gonna select where, yeah, this, so the thigh right to everything basically in here, so all the way to the ball right. So we're gonna do new retarget chain, that's the right leg. Okay, I don't know what just happened. I thought I added it. Oh, it's not letting me add it. Oh, it just put multiple. Okay, that was a little weird, but all right, so we're gonna now do the same with the left. So new retarget chain, add a chain, and now we got the left leg. So now that's everything. Everything is matching up, so we're good with that now. Okay, all right, so we got the arms done. So now for the legs, all we gotta do is go select the thigh right, calf right, okay, and then skip these twists and just select this, okay, and then we could do new retarget chain, and then add a chain for the right. So now we do the left, we do the same thing, so new retarget chain and add it in there, and boom. So now we're good with all those, and they match up. Okay, so we're good with this. We could just save this and exit it, and now we go animation, retargeting, IK retargeter, and this is gonna be retargeted rig. Let's just call it that for now. Okay, and our source, okay, is gonna be the Mixamo rig, and then the target is this rig. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be kind of huge. Okay, that's what we're gonna notice. That one up there, right, that's the Fortnite rig, but I don't, it's just very big. So what we're gonna do, okay, to do this is we're gonna, okay, well, I clicked off of it, but you could just click asset settings to change it back, and then what we're gonna want to do is go to target mesh scale, okay, and we're just gonna change that to like 0.5. obviously it's getting smaller, so let's try 0.3. that's still too much. So 0.1 again, it's still too much, so we want like 0.05. okay, now that's too little, so let's just see what's a good number. That's not entirely bad. It's pretty good actually. We want it a little, just a touch bigger, so it's like over there. So let's just do 8.5. That seems almost good. So we'll just lower it to 8.3. So 0.083, and boom. There we go. And remember, you could save all this hassle if you just go to Groom Tools, install it, and just import things instantly. Okay, so we got all that done. Right, so then now what we can do, okay, is we have to go to the target, okay, and we have to just like change the bound. So we have to click running retarget and then edit it. So wait, we have to just click that. We have to click running retarget and then boom. And then we can try auto align. Okay, it's not entirely bad. As we see, it did do its job pretty well actually. Yeah, it did do pretty well. But it is a little messed up, you could see, because this one is like here, but then this one isn't. So for that, we select it ourselves, right? So we have to do that ourselves. And it seems like I messed up. So for the Fortnite character, this one, yeah. So it seems like I messed up with the, let's check it again, because this can happen. It says, yeah, so we don't have the ball that's supposed to be there. So what we're gonna do is go to the Fortnite IK rig, and basically that's with the left, I believe, right? That's the left. If we check, yeah, that is the, oh no, it's the right. Okay, so we need that ball. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get that. All right, so it seems like what happened, okay, is that, all right, so we see how right here, right, it's not connecting to here. This one isn't connecting to there. See, what the problem is that we didn't, I accidentally, for the right leg, I did not add the ball. Okay, so what we're gonna want to do is delete the right leg, and I guess the left as well, since we can't exactly, we need them in order. So then we'll just redo it. It won't take that long, so we could just go to the right, select the thigh, the calf, foot, and the ball. And then we could just right click, new, retarget, add chain. Same with the left, boom, 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 new retarget chain, and boom. So we literally just fixed it really easily, no big deal. And it's gonna be a little annoying now, because I think what happened was we did it. Can we like just reselect it or select this one again? It seems like it is there. Okay, so if we like turn it off, yep, we could see it did try to get it all correct, but it kind of doesn't seem correct exactly. Like you could see the arm isn't exactly where we want it. So we could just edit, okay, and we could find, let's say, the arm. So let's search where it's, let's go over here, down here, or actually up here, and the arm should be right there. So we could check the right arm, right, and we see it's pretty straight. We could curve it if we wanted to, right? But what we're gonna want to do, if you want to move it, is just select the main one over here, and then you can move it down, and then it will be like this. So I'm gonna move it a bit more up. Yeah, that's perfect right there. So same for the left. So let's find the left arm up here, and we're gonna select everything, and we see that it's the same problem. So we're gonna just slightly move it down, and boom, that's perfect. Okay, and for the legs, right, we're gonna go down here, we're gonna select this, this, and this. It seems pretty perfect actually. So we're actually pretty much done. So we could just press save here, and we could just exit out of this. Okay, so then once we're good with that, right, we can go back, and we have our animations here. Okay, so we have our elbow punch, we have this one as well. So I'm gonna just call this one death, and this one over here, the elbow punch that I got, we're gonna call it punch. Okay, and boom, we just have death and punch. That's basically it. Okay, and once we did that, we can right click this, okay, and we could just do retarget animations. Okay, and then of course we want to target it to, where is it, M medium base, yeah. Okay, and we could turn this off because we're going to use our retargeted rig. Okay, and yeah, so we want to do punch, this one right here, right, and we could do export animation, right, and we could put it in a specific place. So how about we go Mixamo rig, and I'm gonna right click and make something called animations, or finished, animations finished, and we'll just export it into there. So export, and boom, we got that punch. Okay, so now we can also do the same for the death, retarget animations. We could do M medium base, retarget, retargeted rig here, okay, and then we can select our death and then export animations, and then we're gonna just put it in the same place, export, and so now we got both of those. Yeah, so there we go. And we won't be able to see anything because the retargeted rig is kind of invisible to see. So what we're gonna do is go here and we're gonna make a sequencer so we can try it on these guys. So finisher, okay, and we're gonna reference both of these guys right here, add actor selected both, okay, and for this guy, right, he's the main one, we're gonna add a, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, so we're gonna press this add button and we're gonna do mannequin component on both, okay, so mannequin component, and then we could put in our animation. So this one is the main one, right? This is the guy who is punching the guy. So we're gonna click plus here and we're gonna do animation and put our punch animation. And we can see here, it works perfectly actually, which is actually kind of insane. Bing, you can punch him and right, pretty cool. And same for the other one, we can do, and we can go to the mesh mannequin component and then we can do animation and then death. Okay, of course it's not going to be lined up because we obviously need to change this and make it so, like, let's say we can move all this, we move it over here. So he's like punch him, right, and then bing. Okay, right here is where he punches, and that's where we want him to like fall and stuff, right? So right there, boom, and then bing. But we can maybe even like start it a little later or earlier actually. So let's try to do it just a bit earlier. So bing. And he gets punched down and he gets knocked down, right? And boom, so he just gets knocked down and stuff. But what happens? Let's do this. Okay, that's just if we want to keep it punching. But yeah, we're just gonna do that. And boom. And then we want the animation to end where this red line ends. So we're gonna end it like right here. So he's on the floor, and then boom, and bam, bro's dead. All right, there we go. So we got our sequencer animation already. Okay, right? So we're good with that now. We got our animation in. He falls perfectly, and now we're gonna insert our code. So we're gonna go to Verse Explorer, add new Verse Files project. We're gonna call this finisher script. Okay, just make sure it's called this and there's a specific reason for it. Okay, so we're gonna do create empty because we do not care. And the code will be all available in the comment section on our website. So that's where you can copy and paste all this code. Okay, so you could skip this part if you want. I'm just gonna explain some part of it. So up here we have the player class, and that's just to check if the player can be able to, like, you know, do the finisher and stuff. And then over here we get the anchor, we get weapon conditional. So whenever you have a weapon, right, you're gonna wanna put it into a conditional button and then attach it to this device. Okay, and then as well we have our finisher animation. That's the cinematic sequence device. We have two triggers. Okay, for a reason, because the player references can only show like the player skin in creative and not using verse. Okay, so we have to activate these triggers to make it happen. And then we have length of animation. You could change these if you want. And then we have finisher input. We have an input trigger device for when the player is low enough and then they can do the punch. Okay, so we have wait before cancel. So let's say if the other player dies, the input will be gone after 8 seconds, so you can make this shorter if you want. And then we have a player map for the player class, and this is just our on player join and stuff. We just set finisher available to true. Okay, and yeah, so this is where the player gets damaged, and then if they're damaged, it checks if finisher is available. If it's not, then it'll set it to false, and then we do a spawn for checking if the player is close to the enemy. And then in here we check if they're active, and then we check if the health of the target is low enough, and then we register them to the input. Okay, and we check if they're close enough to do it. And then we have a GUI that you saw in the beginning that shows, oh wait, you're ready to use your finisher. And then we have a sync that just does these two at the same time. So this is to cancel it after 8 seconds. And yeah, and then we have else's here to just check if, let's say, the player's not alive or the player is not close enough, then it'll just unregister and stop them. Okay. And down here, it just makes sure that the whole player is not holding a weapon and stuff. And then if they're not holding a weapon, then it lets you do the animation where the player will be standing still. Your vulnerability will be set to false. We'll hide the both of the players, and then we trigger this trigger so that it could show the player's skin on the player reference. Okay, and then we got the location and the rotation to place the player references in the right place. And then after the animation is done, we show the players again, we kill the target, and that's basically it. That's the whole code. So we could just save all of this and exit out of it, and we're just gonna do build verse code. So now we're gonna get the second part of this. So we're gonna go back to our Discord server and on the Google Craft Discord server, and just go back to UEFN downloadables and go to the second text file. We're gonna download it, okay, and we're gonna open it up. All right. So here we go. We got it open. And then we could just select everything with Control A and copy it. So then once we copied it, we can get into UEFN here and we could paste, and boom, we got all these devices right here placed in. There we go. It's really easy just to get all of our devices just like that in a snap. And yeah, so it does. Some things that are broken is like, let's say this right here, it doesn't know here is a sequence. No, okay, that's not how that's supposed to be, right? So what we're gonna do is just select the sequence we made. Remember, finisher, and we're just gonna check our finisher, make sure it's good, and it seems perfectly good. The players don't move or anything like that. They're in the same position, okay? And boom, visibility, yep, we can just do on everyone, and everything's good here, and we're good to go basically, except our verse device. So we're gonna go to our tutorial folder, the content folder, and we're gonna get finisher script and put it right there, okay? And we can select all of our stuff. So the anchor, we have only one of those, so we'll select that. Weapon conditionals, I'm not gonna be using any weapons, so I'm not gonna be doing that. And then we have finisher animation, which is cinematic sequence device. We have both the triggers, trigger 1, 2, and then we have finisher input, which is right there. We already have that. GUI, HUD message device, and boom. With the HUD message device, you're gonna have to make your own. Okay, we did not provide that in this case, which it's pretty easy, simple to make, and I'll even give an example. All you gotta do is just go to user interface and do user widget, and then you could just do like UI, right? And then you could go into here, right? And it's really easy. I'm gonna do it right now, actually. So we could just put in the canvas panel, we could put in the image, right? And we're gonna have to upload a new image. So I already have the image, you can have your own image, right? So we're gonna import, okay, and we're gonna do alert here. We got the notification, boom. So all we gotta do is go here, select the image, alert, and then we can just make it a little bigger, not too big, just like that. Put in the center of the screen. Anchors, we could put right there, right? And then we could do alignment 0.5, 0.5, okay? And then we can move it back right here, just right up here, okay? And boom, we could compile this, save it, and boom, we're already done with that. And now we could just easily, like, not even take any time, just put this right here and we're good to go. Boom, put UI and done, just like that, super easy. And we're basically done with our system. So you're gonna need 2 players to test this out, since this does not work with NPCs. So I'm gonna launch this in and see you guys in the game. Alright, so I'm in. So I'm gonna, first what I'm gonna do is go to island settings, give myself a pickaxe, because for some reason Fortnite turned this off. I remember always giving you that, always giving you a pickaxe. So now if you start the game, I think we're good to go. Yep, so now I attack them, boom, 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 alert finisher is ready, and it does seem like we did get some sort of issue. It seems like it's a problem with our player references here. Something is going on here, okay, and so we made everything correct here. Something is going on with this. All right, so what I forgot to mention in the video was, so basically what we need to do is select this player reference, right, and then we could do register player, and then we could put trigger 2 on triggered, and then for this one we do register player trigger the first trigger right on trigger, okay, and then we could select both of these guys. And for this clear player, we want it so this happens, so we select our cinematic sequence device and we do that on stop, okay, and there was our issue. Okay, so now we don't even need to restart our game. We could just go in, and now when we boom boom boom, we can select this, and boom, it works pretty well actually. One thing is I do see is I think these triggers, I might have messed it up. We need to flip them around, because if I go here, okay, to our animation, this is the guy who is punching. So what we might need to do is just switch them around. So we could do trigger 2 on trigger, and for this guy we could do trigger on trigger, boom. and we can just save it just like that. And now we're gonna go here and end the game, okay? And then we can start the game. We can go here, jump bing, bing. It says alert. We're ready to do it, and boom, it works pretty nice, as you can see. If you would like to see like a version that could allow multiple players, that will be a little hard. But after, yeah, works pretty well. So I could bing, bing, and then alert finisher's ready. Boom, punch him out, and both dead. Works pretty nice. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Boomcraft is about inspiration and learning.